Hello everyone, welcome to my live. I'm Peaceful Nick the Medium. I'm glad you can join me. Tonight we're going to talk about mediumship questions. Hi, I'm just getting started. Welcome. We're going to talk about mediumship, so if you have any questions about mediumship, put them in the chat. We'll just have a pretty casual discussion tonight. Tap the screen. I know there's a lot of people on live tonight. I got a little delayed. I like to usually go live a little earlier. So hi Lee, hi Heather, hello. Hi, SF baby. I'm an SF girl too, so I'm assuming you mean San Francisco. Hello, where are you in San Francisco? I grew up in the Sunset, but I live down the peninsula a little bit now, San Mateo. Hi. Oh, yay, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, send some likes. Get some people over here. Yes, San Francisco. Where about? In the city? Like in the city? If you guys have any mediumship questions, hi everybody. Jill, Tiger, Hunters Point. Okay, from Peninsula to East Bay. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's different. Once you get right outside the city, it's like a totally different world. The older I got, the more I wanted to be out of the city, but I have lived in other states across the country. I've lived in Kentucky, Georgia, Missouri. I think that's it. In California. California is obviously my favorite. Hi, Lalas from near Chicago. Oh, so that's not that far from St. Louis. That's where I was born in St. Louis. Yeah. Oh, Burlingame. My son works in Burlingame. Any kind of mediumship questions, Heather? Any kind, whatever you want to know. Some things I'll be able to answer. Some things I might not. Some things I have a little more experience with than others. Mediumship is a big subject. Are my dad and brother, this is Southern Roots. Hi, Southern Roots, where are you from? I lived in the South for a good bit of time. Is my dad and brother doing okay on the other side? Yes, they're doing okay, and the one greeted the other one as soon as they crossed over, and just know that they're at peace and they are safe. So for everyone on here, when your loved ones cross over, they are safe and they are at peace. And there's absolutely no problem like when people tell you, oh, your loved one is stuck, pay me $500 to get them unstuck. Yeah, that's BS. Don't do that. Nobody's stuck unless they just want to hang out here. Like they don't get stuck. So both of your loved ones, your dad and brother, have crossed over just fine, and there's absolutely no problem with them. They're safe, they're at peace, they're together. You guys are in a soul group. Okay, let's see. Somebody was asking about a group reading. Yeah, Burlingame is super nice. Oh, hi. I think that says Marissa. Hold on, let me grab my contacts are really dry and I can't see anything. Yeah, usually when I go live earlier, sorry if that was gross. They're disposable. Oh, Kentucky. My husband was born in Kentucky. Where are you from in Kentucky? Usually I go live earlier, so the people like on the East Coast time zone and Central are usually more on here earlier because it's later there. So it's nice to see some Bay Area people on here. Somebody asked, what the heck was the ask? Thank you. My brother had a vision that my brother was there to get my dad. Yeah. Yep. Can you see people that are not family in heaven? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yes. Yes, you can. Okay, this is what I was looking for. What would a reason be a loved one doesn't come through during a group reading? There could be like a million reasons for that. If it's like a huge group, that's just the medium can just only take so much, and only so many people come through, just because our brains can only handle so many different messages. If it's like 100 people, we're not going to give 100 messages. We're not fit for that, unless you're superhuman. But if it's a small group, like maybe 10 or 20 people, and let's say everybody's getting a reading, but sometimes the spirit just isn't connecting with the medium. Why that would happen, it's not ever because they don't want to talk to you. Trust me, it's not ever because they don't want to talk to you. It's never anything personal. Yes, Kimberly, your mom knows how much you love her. They all know how we feel. Let's see. Does my mom? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Marissa. Bay Area where? I think I asked. Hi, Casey. I'm assuming you mean Kansas City. Heather. I've been through there. I actually know some people that live there. Does my mom know how much? Yes. Yes, Lalas, he does love the hoodie. Hold on. I am waiting for... Hi, Philly. Hi, Cobra. Hi from San Antonio. Hi, Iris. Oh, yay, Southern Roots. Lancaster, 30 miles south of Lexington. You want to hear a funny story? So I'm not sure how old you are because I can't see your picture. I mean, I can see it, but it's little. Do you remember Southern Roots Columbia Steakhouse? And they had the Nighthawk special. Let me know if you remember Columbia Steakhouse and say yes or no, Columbia's, and I'm going to tell you a story, okay? It's a beautiful story. All right, hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. If you're talking, this is Lalas. If you're talking to a loved one and the rest of your family want to talk, do you give them a time limit? So, my readings last usually a total, I used to do an hour, but it was way too much, because I do several readings a day on the days that I do readings. And so my readings are now 40 minutes. Oh, by the way, you can book a reading on here. The readings I do on TikTok are free, so I'm not going to ask you to send me any money or anything unless you actually want to book a reading. Also, if you want to join my small group reading next Saturday, I have a couple of spots left. Just put peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com and let me know. It's only $25. It's a small group. It's usually no more than 5 or 6 people. And every time I've done it, everybody's gotten a reading. Okay. So my full readings are 40 minutes from intro to exit, and a good 30 to 35 minutes of a reading. So sometimes my client will ask to just talk to one specific person, and that's fine, especially return clients. I get a lot of return clients, and they usually say, okay, I want to talk to this person, and I see if they're available in spirit, and then make the connection, and then give them a reading. Sometimes 4 or 5 people in a row will come in. Sometimes 2 people will step forward, like parents or siblings. They'll step forward together. So every reading's very different. So I had a reading last week where 95% of the reading was one person, and then right at the end, another person came in. I gave them a 5 to 10 minute reading for that person, and then by then it's like my brain can't do anymore. Let's see. Oh, this is great, Cobra. He wants to know, do our loved ones who pass help us with our journey in life? So I believe I either just posted or just put in the draft video exactly about this. So our loved ones don't directly help us because it's up to us to help ourselves. What they'll do is they'll put things in our path to show us an opportunity to do something different. Like, say you are miserable at your job and you want a better job that's more fulfilling. They'll show you something on TV or on social media, or a friend will mention it. They'll show you the opportunity. And that is how they help. It's up to you to make that decision. So they don't directly help. They put things in front of us, or you'll have an intuition about something. Like, I'll give you an example. Way before I was a medium, probably 15 years ago, I was psychic, but everybody was just like, she's making it up. So I was driving. My husband was driving. My 2 young sons were in the back. They're both adults now. And we were driving from Savannah, Georgia to Orlando, Florida, going to Disney World. And it was our summer vacation. And I told my husband, I knew there was going to be an accident. I just knew it. I said, in 30 seconds, there's going to be an accident right in front of us. Slow down. And lo and behold, and I don't know why I knew that. My mom she's passed. She always seems to be with me in the car. But lo and behold, 30 seconds later, there was an accident in front of us. And my husband had slowed down. Thank God he trusted me enough to believe that I wasn't just losing it. And he slowed down and we did not get in an accident. So those are the types of ways they help us. They put thoughts in our mind and they're so subtle. That's the thing with mediumship and psychic abilities. It can be so subtle, you think it's your own mind. But when you experience these things over and over and over, it goes beyond coincidence. It is no longer can be coincidence when you are accurate at something repeatedly, like 90 to 95 to 98% accurate over and over and over. So I know that was kind of a long-winded answer to that. Yes, Southern Roots. Okay, so Southern Roots is from Kentucky, right outside of Lexington. My husband and I, when I was 24 years old, I was living in San Francisco, and through a crazy series of events, my sister was living in Lexington working on a horse farm. A crazy series of events, I ended up being in Lexington and working at Columbia Steakhouse. And the second day I worked there, this tall, handsome, adorable man walked in and was just grinning ear to ear. And it was my husband, obviously. First time I ever met him. I met my husband at Columbia Steakhouse. We worked there together. We met and we've been inseparable since that day. So Lexington and Columbia's in Kentucky has a special place in my heart. So that's awesome. We had some good times working at Columbia's. We were college students, so we were waitressing our ways through waiting tables through college. Do you think ringing in different ears means different things? Heather, yes, I do. And I have ringing in my ears several times a day, sometimes the right, sometimes the left. And I haven't quite nailed it down 100%, but I think my mom comes through on this side, and I always get a grin because it takes practice. You really have to be paying attention and concentrating on which ear's ringing and the tone of it to figure it out for sure. But I'm almost 100% positive my mom rings this ear, because anytime I'm looking at a picture of her or talking to my kids about her or my husband, or something comes up about her, a song she liked, something, this ear starts ringing every time. So you just have to pay attention, and I do think they mean different things, but kind of keep track. But when you're busy and you're working and you're doing stuff, it's hard to always notice exactly what's happening. Okay, okay, Aunt Dorothy. Oh, yes, I have had So Lala said her aunt likes to talk for hours. She's a great lady, but that's why she asked. So I had a very powerful reading about 3 weeks ago with a woman who I didn't want to stop talking to. I mean, that has happened to me a couple of times because they have so much to say and they're so clear. See, not every reading's clear, but some readings are so clear, it's like the person's sitting with me telling me stuff or showing me their full face. It's hard to tell them, thank you for your time, goodbye, I have to go. It's very hard. It's hard because I want to give my clients the longest reading I possibly can, but I also have to think I'm on a schedule and I can't favor one client over another. So yes, some spirits are so clear and they talk and talk and talk, and I love it. I love it, but I also have to be reasonable at the same time. Kimberly, Justice. Does my dad wish he had been in my life longer? Did he really love me? Yes, he really loved you, and yes, he does wish he would have been in your life longer, but he didn't really know how to love properly. He didn't have necessarily the best love in his life, and so he didn't really know. And unfortunately, that's very common with men, especially of the generation of, my father's age, your father's age. They weren't taught how to deal with their emotions. They were taught, shut up, don't cry, don't show any emotions, push it deep down. And what that came out as with their children often was abuse and neglect. And so I'm not saying he was a horrible person. I'm just saying he didn't learn the proper way to love, and he didn't even have a clue of how to deal with his emotions. So he loved you at the limit that he knew what love was. So I hope that helps. You must feel a lot of spirits who, oh darn it, where'd it go? Somebody said something about feeling a lot of spirits, and now I lost it. Yeah, I do. Sometimes they get crisscrossed. Like sometimes I'll get 3 people in a row asking about their son, and I'll be saying like, your son's saying blah, blah, blah. And I have the wrong person, but it's like the person right next to them. I have tons of comments here. Yes. Okay. I do feel a lot of spirits, but the thing about that is I've had to learn discipline and to tell them one at a time. I can only take one at a time. Last March 31st, my mother's death day is April 1st, many years ago. On March 31st at midnight, I was getting ready to go to bed. And about 1,000 spirits, seemed like 1,000 spirits, I don't know how many there were, all showed up in my head right before I went to bed. And I'm like, look, okay, I'm going to bed. You guys got to wait till tomorrow, and you got to connect me with the person you're here for. And 3 of them the next day actually did. It was wonderful. Let's see. LG53BK. I think it's either LG or IG. Did my mom know she was leaving that day? Usually people have an intuition that they're leaving. Usually they do. Cherokee County, I do not make psychic predictions professionally about things like that. So yeah. Tough love, right, Cobra, that's right. Oh, Jenny, he's screaming, not in an angry way, in a very intense way. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You couldn't have stopped it. There's nothing, you didn't cause it. There's nothing you could have done. Okay? Forgive yourself. He's like yelling at it for your own good. Forgive yourself. Let me know, Jenny, yes or no in caps if that makes sense. Hi, Stacy. R. Thompson, Grandma says, stop trying to be everything for everybody. That's, as soon as I read that comment, that's what I heard in my head. R. Thompson, please answer in caps, yes or no. Grandma's message makes sense, something like that, so I can. Okay, Cobra wants to know, so are they communicating words or emotional thoughts? Excellent question. Remember, you can book a reading on my website. If you want to email me about the small group reading or other dates or my free mediumship class, put @gmail.com. It's the same spelling. So I have different clairs. Clairs are the ways, different ways mediums get information. Every reading's different. The clairs are, my biggest clair that I had my whole life and didn't know is claircognizance. Claircognizance is when you just know things. It's just a knowing. You can't explain why you know it. You just know it. That's what I've had my whole life. I didn't know that's what I had. I thought all people don't know, think that their car's going to crash in front of them. I just thought it was normal. Claircognizance is knowing. Clairaudience is hearing. Most of the time it's inside your head. So I hear things. That's not the most common clair I have. Clairvoyance is seeing. I do see fully formed figures inside my head. I've actually asked the spirit world not to show me my mom standing in the living room because that'll probably give me a heart attack. I have asked the spirit world to start showing me small things at a time. And so now when I do readings, when I'm at my desk, projected on my wall in front of me, I will see shapes and words. It's like a white light projected on my wall. I can't explain how that works. I don't know. It just does. They're very good at manipulating energy. There's a clair for feeling things in your body, which I have. I can feel when somebody had a heart attack. I had a reading, I don't know, about a month or two ago where I was talking to a client and a male in her life had passed away, and I was talking communicating with the spirit, and I felt a gunshot to the chest. And I said, I'm seeing or feeling a gunshot and something wrong with the chest. And she said, he was shot in the chest. And so to me, that's 100% validation. That's not a common way to pass away. And it was exact. So I could feel it and I could see the gun and the blood in my head. So it's not just one way or the other. Spirit's going to use any type of ability that I have or any other medium, and they're going to use them in any combination to get the message across, because every spirit communicates differently and every medium can receive things differently. So for me, every medium's different. For me, it's a combination of all the clairs: feeling, hearing, seeing. Very rarely I smell things, but I have smelled things like cigarette smoke, things like that. Let's see. Oh, Jenny, yes, I am science-based. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. I always forgot. I had a science career. I still am in my science career, actually, science communication and education. I've done that for decades. I have a bachelor's degree in biology and a master's degree in astronomy. And I've read and studied a lot about quantum physics. And that, to me, is the proof of mediumship. How subatomic particles can communicate instantaneously across space and time. That, to me, I believe the soul is quantum. I'm so excited to be on live. I missed you guys. Jessica, I don't answer psychic predictions or anything like that professionally. I am. Stacy wants to know, are you familiar with sleep paralysis? Yes, I am. Cobra, does it mean answer the phone? I I'm not sure what that means. Bluebird. Oh, tinnitus. Yes. So crossword Lita said tinnitus. Correct. So good point. You're right. Some people, the ringing in the ears is tinnitus. That is absolutely 100% true. But if you've been to the doctor like I have and been checked for tinnitus, and I've been told I do not have it, then it's not tinnitus, because I went to a doctor to get checked, because I had probably 6 or 7, 8 years ago, I had cranial nerve shingles inside my spine behind my brain here. And so I thought I got tinnitus from that, but most of it happens in this ear, and I've been checked and it's not tinnitus. But yes, if you have persistent ringing in your ears, you should definitely get checked, because you don't want to think it's one thing and not the other. Lady Danielle, is Jim here on Earth? Jess, I don't do love predictions or psychic predictions. Speaking of love predictions, a lot of us mediums and psychics on here are getting spammed like crazy. I got about 100 spam messages on my videos in a row yesterday from the same person. I don't even know who it was. They're fake accounts. All those love spell things you see on there are obviously scams. And there's so many copycats of different mediums. I have several of mine, and Pam Sears has them, Scotty has them, Sean has them, all the mediums on here, Maria Hill. We all have all these copycats. Just know none of us ethical mediums are going to email you or send you a message and say, do you want a reading? Click here. No, we're not going to do that. No. Damn Ling Ling, that means Macy just doesn't want to talk, or you haven't found the right medium. But just know Macy is at peace and safe. Lala, your mom passed 10 years ago and barely visits me in my dreams. Sometimes they do not want you to become dependent on them visiting you. They want you to heal and not become, I guess I could say, addicted to their presence, because when they're around all the time, it can keep you from healing. And so sometimes that's why. Sometimes you don't remember your dreams either. Yes, Heather. Yes. She said, I feel when they are here like someone is watching over you or they are near. Great point. My entire life, I always felt especially when I'd be alone washing dishes and my husband was working or whatever, the kids were doing something else somewhere else, and I'd be in the kitchen and it would be quiet, and and this has happened for years and years. I feel a presence, and right now as I'm saying it, I can feel it. I feel a presence right behind the shoulder, like right there. And I have turned around and looked more times than I can count. And that started happening well before I was ever a medium. Ed Snap Crackle Pop. Hi from Santa Cruz. I love Santa Cruz. I'm right up the street from you. Yep, Anna breaks for Fraggles. Yep, grandpa's in the car. Yep, my mom's always in the car with me when I'm alone. Unfortunately, I can't drive at night anymore hardly because I'm getting older. I can't really see that well. But when I used to drive, I taught astronomy at a college at night, and I had to drive from the college kind of through a shady area and then back home, and it would be, nighttime, so I'd be scared. And so my mom would always be there in spirit, and I would talk to her, and I'm sure if anybody saw me, they'd think I was crazy. But I don't care. Yes, Ghost Lupo. Good. That's good to know. Ghost is fortunate to have a lot of love, and she still he, I'm not sure, feels them around. Good. Hi, Diana. Thank you for sharing the video. Was that steakhouse that used to be in Richmond or Lexington? Well, there were several Southern Roots. There were several Columbias. The one we met at was on Tates Creek Road in Lexington. It's so funny to have somebody on here that knows that. Allison, yes, your great aunt and grandfather are with you. Or do they have a message? Be free. Keep being free. Something about being free. They either you're a very free spirit and you do what you want. Yeah, Southern Roots. Yep, it was awesome. We had a blast there. It was the mid-90s. Hi, Magnolia. Thank you. So be free. That's the message, Allison. Shart 0314, your dad said, buy some wipes. That was a joke. Let's see. Lalas, yes, I keep a timer on for myself just because I can lose track of time easily. So if I'm doing like FaceTime, I either do FaceTime or Zoom when I do my readings. FaceTime's just easier because it's on the phone. I have a stopwatch on my watch, and it just buzzes lightly when I'm getting like 10 minutes before the end, just so I know I can start wrapping it up. Melissa, does your daughter have a message for you? Thank you for all the roses and all of that. I love that. Thank you so much. Melissa, does my daughter have a message? Is her dad around? Because she's talking about saying hi to her dad. Melissa, let me know in caps, yes or no, about dad. Jenny, I don't charge for my readings on here, but I have a Cash App in my link tree. I mean, I'm not going to say no to a tip, but I don't ask for them. But thank you. That's very sweet. So if you guys go to my bio, I have a link tree. And it has the Cash App on there. Okay, let's see. So what? She said, do you get names of the spirits? Very rarely. Every once in a while, I'll get a partial name, but my specialty is not names. And names really, I was trained in the UK for mediumship, and according to my teacher, names are kind of weak evidence. And actually, it's funny because she's known for giving names and addresses in her readings, but she taught me that it's weak evidence because unless it's such a strange, weird, odd name that's unusual, but John or Matt or Susan or Sherry, those names could apply to anybody almost. So those are not my strength. My strength is other types of evidence. Evidence that, like when I said earlier, the person who was shot in the chest, not a very common way to pass. That's the type of evidence that I am used to giving. Okay. I have some people in here talking. Does my mom or dad have a message for me? They passed away within 3 months of each other. Oh, they just want you to know that they're safe and at peace and not to worry about them, and they're proud of you. spiritual sunshine. Lily Gomez Trejo. Does my husband have anything to say to me? I miss him dearly. He wants you to know it's okay. I don't want to say it. It's okay to move on. I don't want to say that, but that's what I heard. Fran Dolan. Fran wants to know if her son has a message. Tomorrow's his birthday. I'm so sorry. I know that's going to be really hard. He sees what you're doing for him. You're doing something specific for him tomorrow, some type of celebration or something to honor him. He sees that and he appreciates that. Let me know in caps if that makes sense. Lalas, yeah, I've been to In-N-Out like 1,000 times. We have like 50 of them around here where I live. D's and D's. I know what that is. Thank you. It's okay. My mom has been with me ever since then. Oh, Susan and Jerry. Okay. Southern Roots. Hubby walked in. He missed the whole story I told you. I have someone on my live who's from south of Lexington. I told the whole Columbia Steakhouse story and south how we fell in love. Yeah. If you want to you guys want a hubby reveal, he can pop his head in over here.
Is that a Eastern Kentucky University area?
I don't know. She said 50 miles south of Lexington.
That's Eastern Kentucky. I can't remember the name of the city, but
she told me, but I can't remember. Yes, they want to see your face, Dougie. Why do my guides keep showing me?
Who wants to see my face?
The people on the Tick and Talk. Yes. Hold on. He's putting his chew in. Of course, any good Kentucky boy chews tobacco. Oh, look. Oh, you got it. Oh, she's going to love it. All right, everybody. I don't know if you can see it with the background on. Look here, Southern Roots. Big blue, right? Hubby reveal. Yeah, she knows Lexington really well. She remembers that Columbia's on Tate's Creek Road. Sorry, everybody. We got off track. Do I believe in the alien theory? Errol M. Taylor. Which alien theory? So, because my master's degree is astronomy and my bachelor's degree is biology, I'm starting to get tired. Bachelor's degree is biology. My specialty is astrobiology, which is the search for alien life. And I'm actually a subject matter expert on the planet Mars. And my entire scientific career has been working towards a Humans to Mars mission and doing research on the planet Mars, specifically looking for alien life on Mars. And I'm not talking about little green men or gray men. I'm talking about microbes or small little organisms. So do I believe that aliens exist in the universe? 100 billion % for sure. And do I believe, I believe it's possible that other life forms have the capability to travel vast distances and visit other planets. I have not seen direct evidence, absolutely indisputable evidence that they have visited Earth. There's a lot of circumstantial evidence. I believe it's possible, but I think most UFOs that are reported that are unexplained are secret military stuff. I'd say 99.9%, but that still leaves a possibility. We're not really that interesting. So as many UFOs that are reported, I don't think there's that many aliens interested in us. Humans aren't the best species as far as the bad things we do. All right, let's see. I'm waiting. All right. Oh, Fran, that's my son's name, Dougie. That was meant to be, wasn't it, Fran? That makes me happy. That makes me so happy. All right, Fran, I don't know if you answered me about if you go Cats, that's right. They're doing great this year. I don't know if Fran answered me about doing something. Oh, Frankfurt, Kimberly. California Mama. Is Gail coming through? Where are you in California? I'm in the Bay Area. Is Gail contemporary to you? No. Now I'm seeing aunt. I don't know if this was a friend, cousin, aunt, something, maybe some combination, California. Morgan, I do not make pregnancy predictions, boy-girl predictions. I don't do that professionally. And I'll tell you, I have 2 sons. Both times I was pregnant, I thought they were girls. So that tells you what my track record is on that stuff. Courtney, why do my guides keep showing me Damien's surname? Ask them. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths in and out, and ask them. What does it mean? And listen. You have to be in a place where it's quiet and you're free of distractions. All right, let's see. I still am waiting. I don't think. Hi, Patty from Jersey. Oh, Fran. I didn't see if you have something planned for your son for tomorrow, but I'm so glad my Dougie came through for your son. It's like it's a message from your own son. Kiana, she said yes. Okay, I didn't see it. You know how these lives are. You never know if you're going to see all the stuff on here. Oh, Fran, my heart goes to you, sweetie. Hi from Australia. That's where I got my master's degree, in Melbourne. Billy. At Swinburne. Billy Kessler, why does your name sound incredibly familiar to me? I know that name for some reason. So while I'm waiting for these awesome comments to load, you know how the lives are. If you want to book an actual full reading one-on-one, peacefulnickthemedium.com. I also offer classes. I have a free mediumship circle. I actually had to offer 2 of them because the first one got so overfilled that I had to add a second one. So if you're interested in joining me for free mediumship development, email me peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com and I'll add you to my free mediumship development circle. It's 3 1.5 to 2 hour classes spread out over February and March. Just email me. It's totally free. There's no obligation at all. You can also email me at gmail.com, peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com if you want to join my small group reading. It's next Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's limited to 5 or 6 people. That way everyone's guaranteed at least a 10-minute reading. And it's only $25 and I can send you the details. Yeah, Billy, just email me. Just put @Gmail. It's the same spelling as my website. Or you can just go to my website. Oh, Gail is your mom. Okay. I can't remember what you asked me, though, California Mama. I'm getting tired. Oh, Ann T87. Oh, Carrie Taylor. What does my husband think about my ability? Well, you know, we've been married almost 26 years, and he's seen me know some pretty weird stuff that was going to happen before it happened over the years. But when he saw my first few messages that came through, that the evidence that was absolute 100% accurate, before I got training, the messages just started coming to me. And he saw how the people responded to that evidence and how accurate it was. He has not questioned me for 1 second at all. And actually, he's a pretty big skeptic of every single thing in the world, like constantly skeptical of everything. And he has not been skeptical of me at all. At all. So he's been extremely supportive and loving. I mean, I just can't say anything better about it. He's just been awesome. And I was very afraid to tell him, actually, because he's so skeptical. I was like, he is really gonna think I've lost it completely. But he didn't. He's always been really positive and supportive. It's been great. Shockingly, because you never know how somebody's gonna react to something like that. Now, the rest of my siblings and niece, I have a huge family. They all think I'm a little weird, but I don't care. Most important people to me are my husband and my 2 sons, and my soon-to-be daughter-in-laws. Nothing else. I don't really care what anybody else thinks. I mean, people, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Okay. I'm just reading. Okay. I'm sorry. I am really, really tired, and I am not having any connection right now. So I will probably go live again tomorrow night, or tomorrow at some point, and probably Sunday at some point. I'm trying to boost. My TikTok has kind of leveled off. It was like super awesome and like going and going and going and going, and then it just kind of leveled off because I wasn't doing a lot of lives, and I'm just trying to get back in. You know how TikTok is. You got to get back in the algorithm or whatever, however you call it. So come back and see my my next couple of lives. Hi from Sacramento. Hi, Bay Area here. So I want to thank you all for joining me. You can email me, peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com for the free mediumship course, the small group reading for $25, or any other questions. And if you want to just book any of my services, you can just go to my website. I have a link tree in my bio. I appreciate all of you. Susie, email me, peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com, and I will send you the information for the free class. Okay? All right. Yeah, I can't do any more readings right now. My brain has gone right. All right. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.